And what's the ruling on delaying prayer? The word delaying prayer is a little bit vague because for men it is mandatory upon them to pray in the masjid. The Prophet told the blind man, and the hadith is in Sahih Muslim and elsewhere, do you hear the adhan? The blind man says yes. He said, you have to respond, there is no excuse for you, none whatsoever. So men have to pray in the masjid. If they skip praying in the masjid for a legitimate reason, then they're not sinful. Yet they must pray within the parameters of the prayer, because each prayer has a specific time for it. Allah says, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minin kitaban mawquta. Verily that prayer has been prescribed at for the believers at specific timings. So Fajr, when the break of dawn is seen and observed, begins, and it ends when the sun begins to rise. If you delay it 15 minutes before the sun rises, 10 minutes before the sun rises, if you complete your prayer before the sun rises, such a delay is makruh, but your prayer is valid. If you delay it until the sun begins to rise, then you're sinful and your prayer is invalid. Likewise with dhuhr. Dhuhr, you can, from the adhan until just before the adhan of Asr, of the majority of Muslims, not of the Hanafis. The Hanafi timings of Asr is wrong, but the majority of the Muslims are following the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and the timing is related to the shade. So the Asr time begins when the shade of an erected object is equal to its length. This is the majority of scholars, and this is what the Prophet ﷺ taught us. The Hanafi madhab says no, when it's twice the length, and this is wrong. So if you delay it a little bit before the adhan and pray it before the adhan, such a delay is permissible, and it is not haram for you, and you go on with the other prayers of time. But if you pray it after the time of the prayer due was over, then you are sinful, and it is a major sin. It's not something to be taken lightly. It is a major sin. It causes the heart to be hardened, and it might be sealed because of such negligence of prayer.